Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot. Going to do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on? Welcome everybody in chat. Welcome everybody to the stream. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. It is a beautiful Saturday night. Tomorrow it's only going to be 100 degrees in Texas. Big cooling front coming through. Big cooling front. I may break out the winter gear. For Texas, 100 degrees is quite chilly. I might need the gloves and all the stuff that I space bagged, you know. I might need all that stuff. I don't know. Might not survive it. So I'm going to break out the extra blankets. It's only going to be 100 degrees. Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Who else is on the stream? We got quite a few people. Got Alexandra, Aled, Andrew, Clare. We got Crystal, obviously. DK, Diana, Kiss, Liviosa, Manga Polo, Sarah, and myself. I'm not sure why my app keeps track of my chat. I need to alter that. I believe I need to alter that. All right, let's go to the Tarot Tower and see what wonderful decks that we got going on over here. Yeah, the Tarot Tower, it no worky. We got to fix that. We got to fix that real quick. So let's go to the Tarot Tower and change it from Tower 2 to Tower Cam. And then we should be good. Let's go. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's go to the Tarot Tower. Sarah and Diane, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Crystal wants to know right now, what is going on in a bit of a general read? Now, no, Crystal, you went to the 4th of July celebration and you did see somebody that you knew. You said a security guard or something like that. So that is kind of cool. I like that. So there you go. All right. I mean, let's see. We're going for Crystal's reading, which I need to click to make it active, and that would be fantastic. All right, just a little bit of a general action up in here. 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and a 6 of Wands. I think there is a little bit of drama at work, or at least there will be. Clare, I thank you for your donation. Maz, I thank you for your donation as well. A little bit of a drama at work. It just looks like the work is going to be a little bit unpredictable, as they say. Mango Polo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Yeah, the 6 of Wands. Overall, you're looking at the first 3 weeks of July. Most of July just looks pretty clean. It looks like things are clear, things are obvious. You have kind of a representation. What I mean by that is things sort of seem good. It seems like things are flowing well, things are going well, and it's just kind of fun. It's kind of good to be around, and you're just kind of having a good time. 4 of Wands, we are at home, and there's sort of something there too. You feel like you're very grounded in July. July seems like a super grounded area for you. Like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to adjust a lot of things. So it just feels like that is going to be kind of where we're at with that. So overall, it looks pretty good. Now, drama starts at work. Almost feels like in August, the 3 of Swords. Almost like home is disrupted, or a little bit of drama starts at work. Now, I do think this is in August, not July. Just my opinion based upon the card read. But it does look like a little bit that is happening with that. So there's your general. Kind of pretty specific, pretty decent with that. If you are looking at getting art done, I think July is really powerful for you. It feels like a lot of progress, a lot of good feelings, a lot of good expectations, and very much sort of a progress made with a lot of this other stuff. Diana is next. Diana wants to know, question, is this relationship over? Is it over? What's happening? Is this going to be something that works? Is this going to be something that doesn't work? We kind of need to see, where the relationship is headed as far as that goes. Definitely with that. We're going to get that done with a little bit of the traditional manga tarot, because this is a traditional kind of tarot deck indeed. I love this manga tarot. It's hard to get a good manga tarot. We did get a good anime tarot, and that's now on Amazon for like $13. So Andrew, did you pick that up? You said you were picking that up. You're going to take the plunge on that. Is that still there? Is that still there? I'm kind of curious, like what's going on with that. Let me look up anime Tarot Amazon. Let's see if it's still there. Anime Tarot on Amazon. The Tarot and Guidebook. Yeah, it's still $13. You can get it used for $12. Like, why would you? Oh, plus $4 shipping. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Anyway, yeah, it's selling for $27, $24, but then you can get it off Amazon for $13.50. Anyway, is the relationship over? Is it concluded? What is going to happen with this thing here? Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance. It really feels like things are winding down. Things are just winding down. They are, they are like a little bit slowing down. It feels like a lot of the great connections, a lot of the big expectations, a lot of the excitement, just a lot of the energy from the relationship has just sort of waned. It's just sort of gone away. The Page of Swords, like our communication, is not where it needs to be. It's not 100% with that. Page of Swords is an interesting card. Most of the times, it doesn't mean very much, right? Most of the time, it's like, that's not too bad, or it's not going to be bad. But the Page of Swords in this instance, especially starting out here with a sort of the relationship death, it does feel like things are winding down pretty hardcore. Queen of Pentacles says that's good. That is good, because you definitely want to know if it's going to be terminal kind of relationship where we are closing it down, or is it going to be kind of fun and exciting? Is it going to pick back up? And the fact that you know that it may not pick back up is kind of soothing. It's kind of comforting, because I know where I'm headed. At least I don't have that indecision. I don't have a bunch of things that I need to take care of. I don't have a bunch of expectations. Temperance is it kind of balances itself out too. Because if it is going to go away, if it is going to slow down, if it is going to kind of just go downhill, you might as well at least know that in advance, or you might as well see that coming, because you don't want something like that to take you by surprise. You definitely sort of go through the grief process as it goes through, but it does look like it's definitely winding down. It's slowing down. And ultimately, I'm going to say that the love balloons that normally we'd be excited about in this case kind of sort of says we're wrapping up the movie. In the movie, like the end credits are playing on the relationship. Mina, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing tonight? What is going on? It's Saturday night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Y'all have many things to do on the weekend, and I appreciate y'all taking time out to enjoy and hang out on the stream and, get to know everybody and see what's going on and all that other stuff. All right. Gregory Scott, we want a Gregory Scott. We will get. Very cool indeed. Sarah wants to know what is headed my way. Now, if you don't have the Gregory Scott, that's another one you got to get off Amazon. That's another one you got to sort of, just break the seal on that thing, pick it up. That's something you definitely want, Anyway, Gregory Scott is a beautiful deck. A lot of very, very descriptive, very wordy. And that's kind of what you need, right? You want a wordy deck. You want something that's going to be descriptive. It's going to talk to you. You don't want something that's like people staring at you for the entire deck, right? Because we do have plenty of those. We got plenty of those with the Tarot of the Lantern Path and quite a few others. It's like, anyway. All right, what's headed my way? We got a Two of Swords, a Tower, Two of Pentacles, and the Justice card. It feels like a big decision needs to be made. That's what's coming, right? The whole theme here. A big decision needs to be made. A big decision needs to move forward. It feels like there is a little bit of stagnation around. Maybe it's work, maybe it's sort of personal life. We have a bit of stagnation, but a big decision needs to be made. And this is going to be your opportunity to make that happen, right? Two of Swords. This is something that's been in the distance. Have you seen it? Maybe a little bit you've seen it. You really didn't take it seriously. This is something we just don't take seriously. We just don't get super serious about it. We're not like, okay, this is definitely something we're going to have to engage with. But reality is, yeah, you do have to engage with. A Two of Swords says it's been the distance. We were blinded towards it. But the Tower. At some point, things need to come to rest. Things need to be dealt with. Things need to be pushed forward. And the Tower next to the Two of Pentacles, I talk about it in my book, a link in the description for my book. The Tower, right? It's not always bad. A lot of times it is bad. It is a dramatic change. Dramatic change could be good if we do have a little bit of drama, if we do have a little bit of things we need to sort of address. The Tower is kind of nice because it puts it in our face and it makes us address it immediately. Rowan's impression questions. Welcome back. Good to see you. But yeah, the Tower in this case is good because it forces us to make a decision. It forces a decision to come to the forefront. The Tower and the Two of Pentacles. And what's after the Tower is kind of where you need to be, right? I talk about this on all my lessons. I talk about this in Behind the Readings. If you're on the Patreon, we got the Behind the Readings. We got the private lessons on every Thursday or Friday. The Tower next to the Two of Pentacles says, well, the Tower is resolving into a big decision. And I think that's going to be big, right? I think that's going to be substantial because you do need to make some decisions here. You're getting forced to make them. It is going to be something up in your face with that. Justice ultimately says the decision may not be something you want to do. And maybe that's part of the Two of Swords. Maybe it's something that I've seen. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is something that we're forced to deal with. It's up in our face. And now we kind of have to adjust to it, or at least have it in the forefront of our mind. Make a decision, possibly make some action. Justice card. Have everything balanced out, have everything fixed. We definitely don't want to leave it unaddressed. I think that's the big thing here. We don't want to leave it unaddressed. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Other donation, I appreciate you. All right, more Gregory Scott to come. Sarah wants a little bit of clarity with the Tower moment, so we'll get a little clarity later. But for now, we're going to go with Clare. With my friend G going through right now. Is she okay? Well, I hope so. I hope she's going to be okay. Let's go over here to the Tarot Tower and see. Let's go over here and see. Let's use my deck of cards. Now, this is on sale right now. Link in the description for $19. Which is cheaper than most Amazon decks. I mean, most new Amazon decks, other than obviously the anime tarot, you're going to get, it's going to be 25, 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. Some of the new pre-orders are like 40 bucks. But this one is going to be $19. Link in the description. Custom made. I mean, I made this. I drew all these pictures. And I am going to put it up on Etsy just to see if anybody wants any of the originals or what have you. I'll be happy to ship those out. So, yeah. Jonah, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. What is friend G going through right now? Are they okay? Man, the Tower seems to be making an appearance on every reading, which is okay. All right. Now, the Tower and the Eight of Swords is not a good combo. They're going through some challenges right now. I'm telling you that. Challenges are in the forefront, right? Challenges are here. Rowan, I thank you for your donation. But challenges are here. It's almost like we're struggling to get out. We're struggling to get stability. So, yeah, they are going through challenges. Mango Polo, thank you for your other donation. Let me know what your questions are, Mango Polo. If you haven't already posted, I have not checked. Actually, let me go check. Mango Polo, yeah, you are posting questions. Cool. So, they're going through challenges. The Tower resolving into the Eight of Swords. It's a restrictions card. It's like the Tower falls and we can't do anything. We can't take some action to figure this out or maybe rebuild or at least get into some level of stability with this. It does lead us sort of into a bit of a stability nightmare a little bit. So yeah, they are going through a little challenges. The Tower, things are falling down. Things are cratering a little bit. They are sort of dealing with stuff they didn't really want to. You do have an Eight of Swords again with restrictions. I can't do a lot about the Tower crumbling. So that's kind of it, right? I can't do a lot. That's frustrating for anybody, anywhere. Always going to be frustrating when you can't do anything about it. But that is the indicator. It is going to affect them, their stability. So yeah, they're going through a little bit of a tough time right now. And hopefully they're going to be just fine. Hopefully everybody will be just fine with all of that. Now we got Maz is next. Flora, thank you for your sub. I appreciate that. Maz is next. Got a job offer and they lowballed me. Ain't no good. That ain't no good at all. What's taking them so long to come back with a counter salary offer? All right, Maz, were you here before and you asked this? I'm kind of curious. I remember, let's see, lowballed you. I remember they were going to come back and basically get you something decent. If that was the last reading, maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, Maz. You let me know. But yeah, they lowballed you. It was taking them so long to come back with a counter salary offer. And that is frustrating. Because getting a job is arduous process. It feels like you're sitting there forever. It feels like they take decades to get back to you. It's just frustrating, the whole thing. And it's a lot of work, too. It is a lot of work to get into the job, do all the interviews, especially they like 2, 3, 4, 20 interviews. You're just like, ugh. But yeah, that is frustrating indeed. All right, so now, and they lowballed me. It's taken so long. The death card into the Five of Swords. Man, I just don't think they can afford it. I mean, that's just bottom line. I just don't think they can afford it. There's something going on here. I think you end up getting something similar or maybe something a little bit different with that, but it does feel like that they just can't afford it. It's almost like they don't have the money. There's some talk. Okay, Maz, we're going out on a limb here. There's some talk at this particular company about hiring, and there's some drama back there in the background. Basically, they're lowballing anybody and everybody that they can because they're just short on cash right now. It feels like they don't have a lot. The resources are slim. It feels like it's okay. We're going on a limb again here. I'm going to say that they didn't expect to have to hire somebody. It's like all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, I got to get somebody in here. And somebody else says, with what? We have no money. And they're like, I don't know, throw some people out here, lowball them, do whatever you can, and make the best of it. So that's my story. I think that is the reasoning behind the scenes. The reason we have that is because the death card, like things changed, right? Oh, they thought the things needed to be here and they just needed to be over there. Five of Swords, no matter who they pick up, no matter what the thing is, there's some money drama in the background over here. Ace of Wands, it feels like that. They don't know what to do at this point. They just don't know what to do. And I think that's where you're at. Definitely where you're at. The Moon card, it says that they're talking to more than you. Like, you're not the only one they're talking to with this. They're seeing who's going to accept the low ball, who's going to take the $1 an hour or whatever it is, and hoping for the best with that. But again, I really think they're having serious money problems back there. It's almost like they don't have funding. They didn't expect to hire anybody. The death card is like this sudden change. Like, whoa, I have to hire somebody. With what? With what exactly, Bob? Because we have no money at all. Mongo Bolo has a couple of readings. Let's do both of them at the same time. Then we are going to come back to Sarah. We got Rowan's impressions in the queue. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this fine, beautiful Saturday night. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow in Texas. It's 105 today, but 100 degrees tomorrow. It's like a vacation. I'm not sure what to do. May have to get the jackets out. May have to get the long sleeve shirts. All right. Is PayPal the only method to pay? Yes. No, Super Chat. You can do that. I mean, you know. Anyway, Mango Polo. Let's click. Where did you go? There you are here. Okay. How is my mortgage application? Okay. So you threw in some mortgage apps. You're like, yo, I want to pick up a house. It's expensive right now, but it's going to settle down. Like, I've been predicting since January, the housing market's going to settle down in like September. Okay. Look, in September, especially by late September, it's really going to settle down. And that's good for a lot of people that have been in the market and what have you. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. That's just a prediction from a fat man reading cards on the internet. But I do think it's going to settle down. It's going to ease up. It's going to chill out a little bit. I think that's going to be pretty exciting for a lot of people because now it's like, well, now they are more affordable. Now it's not going to be something where I'm overpaying a deluxe style for it, right? Now, I do think that's temporary. I think by the beginning of the year, maybe January, February, it is going to spike again. But I don't know. Just predictions out there. It's still 103. I'm outside grilling veggies. Oh my, that is insane. I've donated on the last stream and I did not get any readings. J Moon, you're Nadia, right? Yeah, J Moon. I don't see it. J Moon. I'm looking at the logs and I don't see anything. J Moon. The last time I saw you was July 4th, and I did do your July 4th reading. J Moon, I did your July 4th reading. Go to the videos for the live, go to July 4th, and you'll see chapters. And within the chapters, I did your reading. So, yeah, that was 5 days ago. So, yeah, but it's there. It's there. Go. Mango Polo's first thing, how's my mortgage application play? Princess of Cups, Eight of Wands, the High Priestess. I think you got this down. I don't think the mortgage application is going to be a problem at all. Not going to be any difficulty. Not going to be a problem. Princess of Cups is good because it sort of says that we're in that mode of, yeah, this is something I need to get done. This is something I'm kind of focused on. I kind of need to, settle this down. And I think you're able to do that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Eight of Wands is always a good card. It talks about motion, talks about the fiery aspect and all of that other good stuff. So yeah, you definitely have sort of good coordination, good movement. And you do want a movement card when you have an application. You applied for a mortgage, you did this, you did. You do want a level of chase, right? You do want a level of chase. Kanchan, welcome. Good to see you. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? But Eight of Wands, things are progressing forward. Not going to be a problem. High Priestess says that they may need extra information from you. Maybe a little bit of a bonus info. They'll be like, hey, I need this or I need that. And once you supply that, not going to be a problem. Overall, it looks good. Looks good. We're going to go with a big old thumbs up there. Big old thumbs up. Pretty clean application process. Pretty good stuff overall with that. Now, Mango Polo also had, how's my finance situation for the rest of 2022? Now, if you get your mortgage down, finances are going to be kind of a problem because, wow, that's going to be a big change. Going to be a big change. Luckily, rates are still kind of low. Jamie, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. If you look back in like the 90s and like the early 80s, the rates were like 20%. Man, could you imagine getting a mortgage at 20%? That's insane. But I mean, it only went up to 1.75 bonus from what it was before. It's not zero anymore, but I mean, it's still pretty reasonable. It's still pretty reasonable. I mean, all right, how's the finance situation for the rest of 2022? Six of Discs says the mortgage is going to hurt. You do have to put in the down payment. You have to chase this. You have to chase that. It hurts. I mean, putting down a lump sum for a house, it's just painful, right? And you do have sort of, getting the mortgage in, get everything settled, any big thing with that. The devil says to watch your finances, right? Watch your balances. Jamie Lee, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate both of those. Watch your finances, watch your donation, right? Because that's kind of important. I think that's kind of important. What you don't want to do, what you definitely don't want to do is get in a situation where you're overloaded, and that's quite possible. So definitely watch out. The devil with the magician. The magician says you'll be okay. Just don't get into a weird situation where, I did a mortgage and now I'm buying a $70,000 car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So, I mean, that's it. That is it. Andrew said the stream is buffering. Let me look at my stats. I did a speed test before the stream, and I have 1,000 up and 1,000 down. I'm at 5% CPU, 0 drop frames, and 30 frames per second. So overall, it looks pretty clean. Andrew, I believe that is indeed an issue on your side. Hopefully you can get that resolved. And I got a donation over PayPal from DK. DK, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. Watch out, 15 years ago when rates were low. Yeah, you got to kind of get it when rates are low, man. Even the slightest bump in the interest rate just hurts. It's like hundreds and hundreds more dollars a month. It's insane. Anyway, Sarah is up next. We got more info, please. The personal life or work, little Gregory Scott action again. Now, if you just joined, Sarah had a tower moment coming. Sarah had a little bit of a tower moment coming. We need to figure out like if this is going to be a life situation or work situation. Speaking of work situation, a YouTube user, welcome. Good to see you. How is work going, YouTube user? How are all your applications? And how's Owen doing over there? And is Owen getting back to you and all that other good stuff? All right, let's see what's happening here with a little bit of personal life, more information, 8 of Wands. You're moving. You're moving. You may be moving location, maybe moving opportunities, maybe moving in the job. 8 of Wands with an 8 of Swords. Very interesting. You're moving, but you don't want to move. Or you're getting a situation where you may be being pulled in a direction you don't want to be pulled into, and you're going to have to sort of deal with that. With the Hierophant, I think it is involved with work. Hierophant is kind of the traditional work card. Along with the 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the traditional work card. 10 of Pentacles gets in that weird line where it could be work or it could be home and family. You never know. You got to kind of look at the other cards and the question or what have you. But you do have a 10 of Pentacles here next to a Hierophant. Again, it points me to work. It's almost like maybe you're getting more money. Maybe you're going to basically benefit from the situation, which is good. When you have a tower, ideally, I want to benefit from the situation. That's definitely going to be there. So I think that's going to be important indeed. But yeah, the 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant says that, hey, I mean, this is a work situation. It's definitely going to be a work situation going forth with that. 8 of Wands says you're being pulled, you're being moved into some dealy thing going with that. And the 8 of Swords talks about that maybe this is not something you are prepared for. Maybe something that is a little bit on the surprising realm and all of that other stuff. So yeah, we're going to go for that. All right, let me pick up the cards that I dropped. Would be great. Pick up the cards that I dropped, and apparently I'm going to have to reply to this text real quick. Let me mute. All right, so let's get that done. All right, we got DK on the PayPal list. DK wants to know something. By the way, we just did Sarah, which was a reading on the Super Chat. But now we're going to go over to PayPal. Time for a little PayPal action. Same first 3 cards and another read for the same question a month ago. Ooh, that is interesting, Sarah. That is interesting indeed. All right, so let's go with the DK action. DK, I thought it was hot in Tampa. I'm going to stop complaining. Oh my. Yeah, I mean, Tampa's probably a good deal there. Tampa's probably a good deal. You definitely don't want the Texas full things going. So yeah, hang on. I got to reply to another text. All right, apparently I got drama. Tarot Charms Oracle, Stacy. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? It has been a minute, Stacy. What's going on? All right. DK wants to know anything I need to worry about at my job. That's a good question. Definitely don't want to yes there. Let's do a no. Let's all agree that we need a no in this particular reading. So let's go over here. Let's get a little bit of a Dark Mansion tarot there. Dark Mansion is one of our favorites by far. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Tio, how you doing? I'm doing well, Stacy. How are you? I'm doing quite well indeed. All right. So anything I need to worry about at my job? Let's see what's going on. What is happening indeed? Let's see. Hopefully nothing. Let's get a big nothing burger on here. 7 of Cups, Queen of... Micromanagement is really killing you over there. Micromanagement. It's almost like that you do have people that are micromanaging, or they're trying to micromanage, or they're pushing you over the edge a little bit. Kind of an annoying factor, but not something that's just going to be terrible, right? Not something that's just going to be horrible, but it is going to be a little bit annoying. Queen of Swords is just a micromanager. Normally, a Queen of Swords is, Cruella de Vil, right? You got a little Cruella de Vil thing happening. You got some challenging aspects on that and what have you. But yeah, that Seven of Cups is is sort of next to the Queen of Swords. The Seven of Cups says, I'm going to use the Cruella de Vil feel, but I'm going to use it for a variety of different multitasking things. Normally, that basically points me to micromanagement. I'll talk more about that in the behind the readings over there on the Patreon stream. But yeah, anyway, the Page of Pentacles. Overall, there's nothing to worry about. It feels like it's hot and dry. In other words, you're super busy here, and then you're kind of slow in other moments. You're going to have to deal with some of that. Ultimately, you have a little bit of micromanagement going on at the job, maybe coming in. Ultimately, it's something that you can deal with, right? Anybody that micromanages me, I will end up supplying them more information than they need. In other words, they're micromanaging me because they don't think I'm doing things correctly. So I will give them too much information, right? Give them like an outline. Here's what I did today. Here's what I have for tomorrow. So they don't have to micromanage. They can see. And normally that'll ease it up a little bit. Not all the time. I mean, not guaranteed, but normally when I supply them too much information, they ease up a little bit. Olga, thank you for your sub. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you enjoy the 2,300 videos, Olga, in the video section. 2,300 videos. It's a lot. It is a lot indeed. Will my son get in the residential program in July? Well, congrats in advance. Something tells me that they will. We're going to go with a little Wizard's Tarot over here. And we're going to see what kind of things we can come up with, what kind of things we can find here, and definitely want to sort of get a peek, see through that. What deck did I just use? I used the Dark Mansion Tarot in the last reading. This reading will be the Little Wizard's Tarot. This is an Amy deck. Everybody loves a good Amy deck, and this is a good one indeed. Puya, welcome. New subscriber. Well, Puya, well, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. It's a fine Saturday night tonight. Beautiful night outside, and we're having a lot of fun in here. So thank you for joining me for this. Get in a residential program. Man, you got a 5 at a Hermit. Normally I wanted to say yes. I always want to say yes with some good news, bringing in the good news. But this looks a little bit challenged. It looks a little bit challenged getting in there. Maybe this is something that needs more work to get in. Maybe this is something that has a lot of competition or something that's kind of difficult to get in. Definitely not a smooth ride in for sure. Alex, welcome. Good to see you. 5 of Pentacles almost says that we're isolated from the residence, or we're isolated where we can't get in, or we can't get some good stuff sort of in there, get the opportunity that we need. 5 of Cups points to a little bit of a disappointment, sort of getting through, moving through, making it happen. And the Hermit, right? Sort of isolated. We're not able to get into this thing. So we're isolated over here. We got 5 of Pentacles over here, and we got a 5 of Cups over it. Rowan, I'm just going to say no. I mean, normally I want to give you good news, and I did have like a good feeling when I first started, but it looks like it's a little bit challenged, Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a definite no, but we're just going to go with a thumbs down reading for now because it looks like it's going to be difficult to get in. Could be just competition's killing us. Could be a lot of different things that are preventing us from getting a smooth ride. And that's kind of what you want, right? You want a smooth ride into a program or into an opportunity or stuff like that. Yellow, welcome. Good to see you. I missed you the other day as well. We did not stream yesterday, but we did stream Thursday. So there you go. All right. Does A still love me? And do they want to reconcile? They still love you? Do they want to reconcile? If you're going to get involved in a love reading, you do know that I enjoy a beautiful modern love tarot, because this is the one. This is the one that I like the most. for just sort of reading kind of like love, relationships, and stuff like that. Gorgeous cards, beautiful art, and reads like a dream. And that was something that I was concerned about when I first got it, right? I was like, well, how's this going to read? Because I do have a lot of decks that are just beautiful decks, like absolutely stunning looking decks. And then you get them and you're like, well, this just doesn't read well. But this one reads like a dream. Again, it's beautiful. What I like about this too is the sort of the capabilities of it. By the way, Lauren, I thank you for your donation over PayPal. You are next. And then we'll get Jamie Lee, YouTube user. Gonna hop over to PayPal after this one. I did not forget about you. Trust me, I did not forget. All right. All right, let's look. Does A still love me, and do they want to reconcile? Oh, I think they still have a level of confusion about the connection, right? In other words, it's not a clear-cut case of they hate you or they love you. It feels like we have not a clear-cut case of anything here. It feels like there are some challenges, like things aren't going the direction that we need. It's not going kind of in where we want to. And I think there's a level of confusion, especially with A. Do they still love you? Do they not love you? I think it's more complex than that. I think there's a different levels of sort of depth within this connection. There's different levels of depth within their feelings. Some days are feeling great. Other days are feeling like it's really challenged. The Hanged Man into the Devil. They're looking in a perspective right now that's kind of challenged, right? It's kind of challenged. So, I mean, that would be kind of the situation here. Hanged Man into a devil. It feels a little challenged. In other words, they're looking at things maybe in not a perfect reality or not a beautiful golden opportunity. So once you get that sort of that skewed look at the situation, your judgment changes, you're kind of challenged with everything. Overall, the King of Wands says they'll get through it, but right now they feel like they're in a little bit of a negative attitude, looking at things a little bit in a way that you would not prefer they look at it, and they would not prefer they look at it. But, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, off to PayPal we go for the next reading. We got LC. LC, thank you so much for your very generous donation there. All right, Jay's current feelings towards me. Let's see what Jay's doing. Jay's going to be pretty good. Jay's going to be pretty Jay's going to be pretty bad. I do want to do literally everybody's favorite tarot, the Victorian Romantic Tarot, version 4. You know I love me, the Victorian Romantic version 4. I put it in a bag. It's not in the pretty box. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to damage the box. It's like an expensive tarot, and you want to be able to resell it later, so you don't want to get the box and be clobbering it all over the place and stuff like that. So that's what we do. That's what we do. We got to take care, right? You got to take care. Anyway, Lover wants to know, how do you determine timing through tarot? Lover, if you are a member of the Patreon, I explain it fully. I also have a new video that talks about the decans with the minors in tarot. And if you want to watch that video, that's my latest kind of tutorial video I have out there. And that discusses it pretty much in depth. If you want the super in-depth version, though, the Patreon behind streams that I do for only Patreon members, I go through exhaustive detail about timing in tarot. Not only, we also have a video on tarot in the seasons. So we got the tarot in the seasons video for free. We got the timing video that talks about the decans and what have you. Again, if you want super duper in-depth, be a Patreon member and you can watch hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of exhaustive detail. It's also in my book, tarot guidance book as well. Mike, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it on PayPal. Mike, you're in the queue. You're after a YouTube user. All right, let's see what's going on with that. Jay's current feelings looks pretty good. The judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation says, I've kind of come a full circle. I mean, maybe I'm over here and I was on the other side of the wheel and I'm like, well, you know, kind of challenged. I'm not exactly excited about this or excited about that. And they've come full circle. Either this has been some time has passed, or maybe some things have happened, or some things have happened in their life. So it's kind of an interesting tidbit with that. Temperance card says basically things are balancing out, which is good. I mean, maybe before we had a little bit of an extreme here or there. The temperance card is a nice balance. It's a nice sort of a fix. It's a nice kind of a good thing happening with that. The judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. Again, we've come full circle, which is okay, right? So yeah, they've come full circle. They've come all the way around, and I think that they're on sort of a positive note with that. We have the Queen of Wands. Let's get one more card out here with a Four of Wands. You know, the Four of Wands with the happy home, happy family. So the feelings are good at this moment, but be aware things have been changing over time. So it's not like a super clear, easy to understand, you know, black and white kind of thing. This is something that is different shades of gray when it comes to their feelings. But right now, we have some pretty good feelings indeed. Four of Wands is a good card to have when you're asking about feelings or intentions or emotions or any sort of a connection with another individual. The Four of Wands is an easy win. It just is very clear, it's very motivated, and it feels like that's kind of where you want to be at the end of the day. So overall, we're going with a little, can we do some, I guess, love balloons? I mean, we can do love balloons. That works indeed. We can do a little bit of love balloon action with that. All right, let's go to the next reading, which is, by the way, that was PayPal. If you haven't donated over PayPal, it is wide open. We can do that. We only got 3 or 4 in the queue, so there you go. No, sorry, I hit the wrong button. We got the PayPal. Am I going to hit that button correctly? There we go. We had the PayPal reading. All right, back to your normally scheduled programming with the Super Chats. And Jamie Lee's like, look, we got a full-time position. I'm taking a course. This is going to be an opportunity, maybe a golden opportunity. It's something that's going to be kind of exciting. So you definitely want a full-time position. Maybe it has benefits. Maybe it has some good stuff. I mean, you know, it just feels like that it sort of resonates with, hey, we did the course. Now we want 8 hours a day. Let's get some 40 hours, maybe get some benefits up in here. Overall, just going to be clean cut with that. Now, for that, we are going to use the Dragon Tarot. Whoa, Stacy, I thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Very generous indeed. Thank you, Stacy, so much. All right, let's see. Full-time position after the course. Let's see what's going on with that. Do I have a Dragon Tarot? Where's the Dragon Tarot book? I thought I had a Dragon Tarot book. Apparently I don't, but do not have it handy. But it is the Dragon Tarot. Trust me, I'm an expert at identifying my decks of cards. Anyway, when I get the full-time position after this course, man, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups. A lot of cups here. In other words, there's a lot of hope, or there's a lot of expectation, maybe a lot of sort of inherent excitement about this. Overall, it looks pretty clean. I'm going to go with just a raw thumbs up, although it's kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy. 7 of Cups as a first card means that there's multiple things that are going to be available. Maybe this course did not get you a full-time job over here, but it got you a full-time opportunity over there. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. But overall, the 9 of Cups, the big celebration, the big party, the big drinking game that's involved with that. Queen of Swords into an Ace of Cups, the opportunity represented by the Ace, looks clean. It looks clean. So I'm just going to go with a yes. We're going to default for the yes on that. It just looks nice. It looks like that there's a doors open, definitely. Maybe that 7 points, maybe an alternate door that you weren't, but that you weren't expecting. But hey, any door for a full-timer is a good full-time door. N's feelings for me. YouTube user is back with the N. Let's see what's going on with that. As you know, the Tarot of the Lantern Path, just sort of a good read or a good feeling. Well, no pun intended, for people with feelings or stuff like that. So we're going to kind of see where that goes, kind of see what opportunity we have with that. So let's kind of see where we're going here. N's current failing. Now, N has been a little bit of an unpredictable nature lately, that is for sure. So we kind of got to get situations settled, or kind of got to get a little bit of an update here. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Page of Swords. They're very hesitant in communicating with you. Very hesitant in communicating. It feels like that they have a lot of second thoughts. They have some doubts. They have maybe a little bit of anxiety. And, they're sort of in a level to where they just don't want to deal with reality right now. There very much is a feeling of, I don't want to deal with reality. I don't want to do this or that. And, that's I'm just sort of stuck on that. So definitely an outskirts on the reality. Page of Swords next to a Six of Swords especially. It just kind of says that, yeah, we're on the journey, right? It's funny they have a baby. I mean, YouTube user, tell me it's not funny that we have a baby. We have a baby in this particular instance. So yeah, Six of Swords. They're on their own journey. Does that mean they're isolating you? No. Yeah, but they do have a level of sort of, hesitation, kind of a second thoughts, maybe some doubts about the communication. Page of Swords sort of pulling back a little bit. Six of Pentacles says they're in a giving mode, but it just feels that they're going to focus it with other people right now. So the current feelings for you is a little bit complex, and that is too funny that we have an infant in the middle of one of your cards that we have going with that. Now, Mike and Stacy, I did not forget about you. You are coming up after this, so do not hesitate. Do not worry. All right. I mean, how will the outing go with A tomorrow? We're friends now. Okay, we made up with A. We're like, hey, yo, let's just be friends. Let's have a decent connection over here and see where this is going to go. And, that's always good to be friends, have a good connection, have a good level of a connection with that and things like this. All right. How will the outing go with a King of Swords, the Five of Wands, and Temperate? Things balance out. Things do balance out. Now, A has approached you before. A has approached you before. Be aware. Be aware. You already know that. They are going to approach you again for a little bit of a casual, fun time. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to let you know. They're going to approach you again with a little bit of a casual, fun time. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. But the Temperance card says overall, you're going to be able to sort of balance it out. So it's not going to be extreme. It'll be like, settle down over there, right? And I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, overall, it looks pretty good. No babies in this read. No babies popping out in this particular reading. So that's always a good thing. Anyway, I did not forget about my lovely PayPal donors. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. As always, a little PayPal donation coming up now. We got Mike right now. Mike wants to know. Mike is like, yo, let me get a reading. Returning to job after recovery. All right, let's see. Are we going to return to the job? So I guess we got an injury. I think I saw some chat going on. Injury due to rear-end collision by a tour bus. Okay. Yeah. So you're the one that got a private reading from me, right? I believe so. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Basically, will I be returning to my place of employment after my recovery? Are they going to can me, right? Are they going to can me? I need something pretty good for this. We need something pretty settled here. For an injury reading, I'm going to use This Might Hurt Tarot. It is a bit cliche. I agree with y'all. I mean, somebody's rolling their eyes and be like, dude, This Might Hurt Tarot for an injury reading. You're kind of pushing the limits of the humor here. I mean, but I mean, it's legit. It is legit indeed. So we got injured on the job, we got a little injury on the job. And is the job stable? Is it going to be something that we can come back to with that? Three of Wands, you got the Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, and a Page of Wands. I do think that you get assigned something different. Okay, two things. First thing, I think that you are able to come back to work. All right. You are able to come back to work. Page of Wands. But why is it a page? That's the interesting question. Why is it a page? And I really think that it's telling us that you're not going to be able to come back and do the same thing that you did before. It's almost like, you know, like you get a cop or something gets involved with an altercation. They put them on desk of duty. I'm not saying you get a desk of duty thing, but it feels like you're able to come back, but not doing the exact same thing that you did before. Page of Wands. I'm not capable of doing that, or the company is like, well, probably not the best fit. If they already had an issue and what have you, probably not the best fit. We don't want to get injured again or something like that. So you get the opportunity. Do you want to take the opportunity? That's a whole separate thing. Do you get the opportunity? Yes, I think you do. Ace of Cups says people are glad to have you back. This is definitely something where they miss you. They're glad to have you back, people to give you a good greeting, what have you. Two of Swords says what you're doing now, though, is a little bit different than what you were doing before. And there's either an adjustment period, or it feels like things are going to be a little bit, a little bit different than what you're used to. So definitely a different sort of a thing that you're doing. Going to be a little bit different, takes an adjustment period to get there overall. Three of Wands says you kind of miss the old job because I think they give you something odd or something like that. But they're gradually going to get you back in. Page of Wands, and and after that, I think they're going to assign you something different. And that's just my opinion, though. It's just my opinion with that, because that's interesting. I think This Might Hurt Tarot just came in and did a home run here, because it's pretty clear, right? It's like, yes, we can come back, we can get the opportunity, we can do this, but you sort of have to put up with maybe something a little bit on the different side. Stacy is next. A general, glad to be here, well enough to join in. Stacy, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. As always, a very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's get a good deck for Stacy. I mean, a little bit of a teddy bear tarot. Teddy bear tarot is going to be a good deck, fun deck. Let's get a little bit of a fun time here with Stacy. Glad to have Stacy back as always. Very good to have you on the stream, and get a little Luna Bears tarot up in here. That's it. That is it. Yellow. That's you from the private reading. Cool. Very good. Very good indeed. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. All right, let's get some teddy bears out here. General, what is coming? What kind of things are happening? The first thing I get intuitively is almost like a recovery mode. Or we're getting into a recovery. We're getting into some of the opportunities that we're kind of excited about. More opportunities are on the way with stuff. Wheel of Fortune kind of points to that a little bit. Ooh, nice. Nice, son. Basically, home improvement, but not like the TV show. Or home improvement, but not like, putting some boards together or something like that. The sun says that it's time to get out. It's time to improve the home. That could be a lot of different things. It could be basically a feeling of we've had some challenges in the home, or we've had some things happen in the home that haven't been optimal, that haven't been perfect, right? But the sun kind of says there's illumination coming for things that are happening. So maybe some of the challenges that we have been facing before, basically we have illumination, or we have some sort of an explanation of why they're happening. The sun's a good card. The sun is a great card, especially as the first card. It talks about improvement. It talks about recovery. It talks about getting some very positive things coming in. And the sun, especially in sort of the summer reading time, it points to just a beautiful opportunity, beautiful things happening. So we're recovering at the home. And there's also, again, a level of illumination at the home for things that have happened, or some of the challenges that we've run into. Overall, I think the Four of Swords, it says, I would say, in the next 3-4 weeks, you're looking at a lot of planning for what's next. And I think what's next is going to be sort of ringing in the ears. It's going to be echoing around the rooms. And you're really going to have that feeling of, yes, what is next? What is next? And I think there's some good things coming up next. Queen of Wands. It's talking about opportunities, talking about things happening, talking about the wheel going around. So some of this stuff that we missed, some of this stuff because of challenges that we didn't address or we didn't get an opportunity to leap onto, we're going to have that opportunity again, because the Queen of Wands is a very fantastic card, and just great overall. Wheel of Fortune points to getting back to normal. Now, we started the whole thing with recovery. And getting back to normal is going to be the conclusion of this. And the Wheel of Fortune is sort of a getting back card, right? We have golden opportunities. We have things that are positive. We have things that are good. Wheel of Fortune says, yeah, we're getting to sort of a normal state. What comes around goes around. And Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card for the ending of a reading like this, because it is about recovery, getting to where we need to be and stuff like that. So, there you go. There you go. Recovery, getting back to where we need, and able to readdress or reopen opportunities that we had missed. Woo, that was a lot. That is a lot indeed. Is the girl already pregnant? Is the girl pregnant right now? But we haven't done anything with that. Oh man, pregnancy reading. The thought? I mean, we're skating on the thought territory. Because YouTube users kind of not panicked, but YouTube users like, well, I'm not really sure what's going on with all of this stuff. But yeah, DK wants to know the best beginning tarot. DK, link in the description for my tarot deck. It is Rider-Waite-Smith friendly. It has basically beautiful art that I did. I say beautiful art, don't break my arm patting myself on the back. But I mean, it's cute, right? It's cute. Rider-Waite-Smith friendly. It's got most of the traditional symbolism that you're used to, but it's watercolor. It's watercolor with cool effects, like the wings with the ice and the fire, with the temperance card, and the death card with no preacher there to protect the children, and all sorts of little fun stuff. I just added fun stuff. We got a clown. Anyway, it's $19 is the reason I asked that. It's difficult to get a deck for $19 on Amazon. So you can get this, link in the description, for $19. And it is straight up Rider-Waite-Smith friendly, but with a little bit of extras and stuff like that. And I got a video series that will teach you kind of, why the cards are like this and that and stuff like that. All right, is the girl already pregnant? Oh, Jesus. I'm going to say no. But I'm going to say this is going to happen before the end of the... Oh, man, can I? I want to say it's going to happen before the end of the year, but I really don't want to go out on that big of a limb. I really don't. The reason I say that is almost like that we have somebody within the other person. We have a person within a person with the Aeon card. Kind of interesting, right? And then we have this upset or this devastation or this level of abandonment over here. So interesting. So I'm going to say no right now, but maybe by the end of the year. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll say, yikes, these cards. It is the thought. You play with the horns, you're gonna get poked. I mean, that's the thought that you get. You got the Crowley feel going on with that. All right, Anne is like, look, B. If you don't know the history with Anne wants B to reconcile. And Anne had a reading Thursday, I believe, where Anne was like, hey, is B going to be serious about the reconciliation? Is this going to be something that they do? And we kind of got a yes. I mean, it looked pretty good. It just looked good. It looked smooth. It looked okay. It looked like it had a lot of good stuff happening here. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of a Ciro Marchetti. I really think this is going to be a Ciro Marchetti kind of read over here. Now, it does have the Tarot Oracle on the back of it. It is a Ciro Marchetti deck that I paid a little bit extra to get my name on it, mainly because I've never had my name on a deck of cards before. It's kind of fun. That is kind of fun. Okay, I mean, everybody vote for the next deck of cards. Should I hide my name on the back? You know what I mean? Because the next one is going to be the Tasty Tarot. The next one is going to be the Tasty Tarot. And this is the back of the Tasty Tarot. Should I hide my name in here somewhere? Like if you look really close, should I like put my name really stealthily, you know, like TarotOracle inside of the M&Ms or what have you? I think that'd be kind of fun. It would be kind of fun. So now I have a name on 2 decks of cards. 2, not 1, but 2 decks of cards. I have my name on it. That is, that'd be a lot of fun. All right. Based on a past reading, what we discussed, why would B want to connect with me after claiming I'm the bad guy? Okay, so clearly we have a level of blame. We have a level of sort of, they really sort of mean, right? They're sort of mean. So why would they do that? So they have a level of blame. They're sort of being mean. That's the way it goes sometimes. But after all of that drama, why would they want to reconnect? Man, that 10, they feel alone. So, and a lot of times we do things that we didn't really mean at the time. Maybe we got emotional. Maybe we got a little skewed in our view of things. And then we started making really crappy decisions. And I think that's it, right? Sometimes we just make bad decisions with stuff. And then we do stuff that we regret. And what you see here is stuff that they regret. All right. I do want the new opportunity. Indeed. I do want to come around and get the new birth, the rebirth, the reincarnation, the opportunity going on with that. The 9 of Wands says, I'm injured from this and you're injured too. And I think that's a good reality to be at. In other words, when I said injured you, and I sort of injured myself as well, right? I embarrassed myself. I went out on a limb. I said some things I didn't mean. They didn't mean it. I really don't think they did mean it. They got caught up in the emotions and what have you. So the 10 says they're afraid that you're gone for good, right? Or you're gone for good. I'm kind of worried. Maybe I'm concerned. But there is a level of concern, level of anxiety from that. Overall, the 8 says they want to get moving on this. They feel like there's a limited window of opportunity where they can reconcile this. When they start the reconciliation process, when they communicate it, when they get the ball rolling, the 8 says that I need to get moving on this, and I feel like it's a very limited window. Meaning, if they sit around and don't do anything during a time of opportunity, then they're never going to get another opportunity. And you see that with the 10, right? I'm not going to get another opportunity. This is it. This is the real deal. This is the final countdown with this. Overall, they want the rebirth, the reincarnation. They're injured. And you see that with the 9 of Wands. They're injured. The 9 of Wands traditionally has this injured person. They're leaning on a wand. They're like, they have a Band-Aid on their head. They feel injured. They feel like everything just went the way that they didn't want it to go. The way it is, the way it goes. And sometimes that's just reality. You got to deal with that. That's sort of the way it happens. But overall, so there's the explanation of, making it happen and all of that other good stuff. Okay. Let's see, the last reading of the night, because we are ending soon. Are we ending soon? Let's see, we don't have any more questions. So we haven't, maybe doing a couple of freebies, maybe? I don't know. Let's look back at the when we first started the stream, a lot of people had some questions. So let's look at those. Anyway, utubeuser has another donation. So look, I'm off social media. I'm planning to change my number. Don't want me&N to cross paths again in the future. Well, taking this step be the final countdown. I'm really tempted just to say no without any cards. I mean, that's cheating, but I'm tempted to say no without any card. The reason is because, again, y'all work kind of the same thing. You're talking about the company bought up the other company. You're talking about, bumping into them on the train. It feels like y'all are kind of, that's the problem with destiny, or that's the problem with anything that's sort of a karmic connection. You gotta deal with it. You can't close it off, right? Look, okay, we'll do story time, right? We'll do story time. Okay. I had a girlfriend when I was doing martial arts. Y'all know I did martial arts like forever, right? I was doing martial arts and I had a girlfriend. Anyway, so I broke up with her. And this was like in a town way over here. And I moved. Anyway, but it was a weird relationship. Anyway, so I had moved. I'd quit my job and I'd moved like way over here. So this is like a big distance, like a 40 minute drive distance. Anyway, so we're doing martial arts out in a park. And y'all know my martial arts history. Basically, my teacher had no money because he was weird. And we did parking garage, basically anywhere where there was no money involved. YouTubeuser, thank you for your other donation. Anyway, so we're doing these martial arts. And across the pond, it was like an apartment park. Across the pond, or not near the pond, I saw somebody, and it was like this girl, and it like looked a lot like the ex. And I was like, there's no way. I'm like 40 minutes away. There's no way. So I kept looking, and finally I went up there, and it was the ex. So, like, 2 weeks after we broke up, or I broke up with her, I find her 40 minutes away at a random location, just happened to be there, and she happened to be at the same apartments that we were training at. Anyway, weird situation, but way it is. Cherokee, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate being here. Ultra V is here. How you doing? How are you doing? Okay, will this be the end? Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. Or sorry, Five of Cups. I don't think this is the end. I really don't. You got a couple of pages. If you're looking to squelch it for a little bit, you're good. You're going to be able to squelch it for a little bit. I think it'll be okay. But the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands, I really think there's more emotional resonance, emotional band-aids that need to happen here. And until you deal with it, it's going to come back. Maybe you indeed run into the person while you're training martial arts in the park. I don't know. But yeah, the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands, we're not done. We're clearly not done. Where pages are all about messengers, communication, bringing things. And you got a double page over here. We will get another connection with that. Five of Cups says there's a level of disappointment because you did try pretty hard to get rid of them. You know what I mean? It's like, you brought the exterminator in, they sprayed for the roaches, and the next morning you're making breakfast, and sure enough, there's a roach. Oh man, you may not. You may have some difficulty with that. All right, typing below. YouTube user, I saw it scroll by. All right, how will we connect even after all of this is gone? By the way, we're not ending soon yet. Okay, how will we reconnect even after I change my number? I'll do whatever I can in my power to avoid the baby making pig. Oh, Jesus. That's harsh, man. I've never in my lifetime would I have expected you to label in as the baby making pig. That's the quote of the evening. Ultra V is really liking the 78 Animal Tarot. I liked it too. I tried. Ultra V, we're not closing anytime soon. We still got minutes to go. I'll do 10 more minutes and then I'll close it down. 10 more minutes. If anybody wants a reading, drop a super chat down there or a PayPal and we will get your reading right now. YouTube user is the last one. So we got a wide open agenda. Okay. How will we reconnect or change my number? The baby making pig. The Hermit says you go a long time before you connect again. So did you do the correct thing? Did you sort of work towards, you did it, right? You did it, right? How will you know it's me once I donate? Cherokee. I'm a IT developer, so I'm a software developer. So I wrote a piece of software that lets me see all the donations, all the chat, and everything like that. Here's the program that I wrote. It makes chapters based upon the questions. It shows me all of the donations. It shows me everything that everybody has typed. throughout the entire process. So yeah, we got it. We got it. So I know everything that you have typed on the stream, I log, and I'm able to instantly click it. So this is something that I wrote. If you want a copy of this, it's free. I wrote it and I gave you the source code. It is down, link in the description for the source code and the app that allows you to track your streams and intercept the YouTube internet stream. Anyway, so that is how. Basically, you go a long time before you see them. Hermit, so you did a good thing. Northern Star, thank you for your donation. You did a good thing. So if you wanted to squelch it for a little bit, push it aside for a little bit, you succeeded. Congratulations, thumbs up. King of Water says emotions bring you back together. Emotions bring you back together. I think you meet at work. So that, right? So basically the Emperor kind of says, yeah, we meet at work. We have a communication. We have a connection at work. So you see him at work. King of Water is the emotions bring you back together. It's really difficult. It is really difficult. To make that happen. Anyway, Northern Star and a YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I do have a video where I walk through the app. I did change the app a bit. So I did change the app. So the latest version is really buggy. I'm trying to work through. Basically, I modified it to intercept the JSON instead of parsing the raw HTML. So I remove the JSON snippet and I parse it with a proper JSON library. Unfortunately, super stickers don't show up, and occasionally a super chat doesn't show up. So I'm not sure why, because I did log all of the donations in separate files, and then I look at them later, and I have no clue. I have no idea. So I went back to some of the old code. Still working on fixing the final thing. Anyway, will L and I get to be together? Will we get the opportunity? All right, let's look. Let's take a look through that. You're donating. All right, Cherokee. I got my PayPal app open, Cherokee, and I will wait and see. And Cherokee, let me know what your question is after you hit the dono, and I appreciate that. Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight, Linda? Very nice to see you. Linda, did you want the that tarot deck back, or did you want me to give it away? Let me know. Let me know. That was entertainment purposes. Entertainment purposes only. The Cosmo Tarot. All right. Well, Elle and I get to be together. A Six of Swords says yes. A nice Ace of Pentacles. The Devil. The Four of Swords. Mike, thank you for your other donation over PayPal. Appreciate you. I don't know, Mike. Are you Cherokee? Let me know. Let me know. No, Mike, you're not. Mike, you are the other one. You're the other one, the private reading guy. Okay. Basically, yes, you will get an opportunity to be together. So let's just thumbs up that. Ace of Pentacles says it feels fresh, it feels new, and we're good to go with that. Six of Swords says that this is more of a long time coming kind of thing. This is more of a long time coming. So it looks pretty clean. It looks pretty good. And, overall, I just like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah, you are going to be able to get together, indeed. There you go. All right. Let's see. What the hell's going on with this? Hang on. I got more drama. Hang on. What the hell? Hang on. All right, I got drama. Sorry about that. I guess we're after ending soon after all. I got drama to deal with. Anyway, does Patreon member get tarot readings? If you're on the $20 membership, then yes. But yeah, you do get that thing. Anyway, all right, I got the other PayPal donation. Thank you so much. By the way, we're ending soon. I got to go pick up my iPad. So apparently, I don't know what's going on with all of this stuff. Okay, let's go with YouTube user. Will I be single when me&N connect? Now, that's a good question. Are you going to be single? Is it going to be something? You know, intuitively, I'm really kind of thinking, Stacy, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Intuitively, I'm thinking you will still be single. Like it's not like some long-term thing or something that's going to be a long time coming and what have you. But yeah, we'll kind of see where that's going. Will you be single? Man, no, you will not be single. This is not the answer I expected. And I thank you for your donation. This is not the answer I expected. No, you will not be single. Two of Cups, the lovers. You have the lovers already, but you meet an old love with the Two of Cups. So that is interesting indeed. Ace of Swords, the new connection, the old connection in this case. So no, you will not be single. You will be in love with somebody else, and you will get an interaction with with that sort of that thing there. Wow, that is not the answer I had expected, but that's the answer that I got. Jamie Lee, does Emma truly love me and see me as a marriage partner? I don't know. Let's see what's going on with all of that. See what's happening if you are going to be a marriage partner. Is it going to be a good connection? 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Truly love me and see me as a marriage partner. Yes. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. It does indicate, sort of point, sort of hint at that, yeah, there are some good things here. It is a romance. So it is literally Mr. Romance here. So I do think that they truly love you. You have a very good opportunity here. The 8 says, I'm willing to go with you wherever we want to go. If we need to hop over here and do this, we need to hop over there and do that. I think that's quite possible indeed. 3 of Wands says, hey, this is something that we need to coordinate together. We need to be together. So absolutely, we're going to get the love balloons on this one. They do love you and they do see you as a good partner. Nothing but good cards there, right? Just nothing but great cards. Very sort of consistent. Very good with that. All right, we got a donation over here, and it is a PayPal donation. I don't want to say your name, but I think you were the one that said you were going to PayPal donate. We'll use R. We're going to use R. So R from PayPal said, this is all I had on my PayPal. I wasn't sure what I had on. Apologize. You are Cherokee. Okay. All right. So you are Cherokee would do that. Power of the P. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. All right. You are Cherokee. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Cherokee, you're up. Let me know your question, Cherokee. I'll come back to you. I will wrote back to you, Cherokee. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Mike wants to know if the salary will change. Let's do that. Salary options or salary opportunities. So we're going to maybe have a different opportunity. We're going to get maybe in a different position, different kind of thing. Are we going to have the same amount of money? And that is an interesting question, because if you do get injured, are they allowed to reduce your pay, or they have to? I don't know the legalities of that for sure. I have no idea the legality, but that is definitely something you do have to research with that. Are we going to take a pay cut? High Priestess says no. High Priestess says it's almost like they're obligated to pay you the same if they keep you on. In other words, it's a different kind of position, different opportunity, but they kind of have to pay you the same. Entertainment purposes only. Don't bank on that. But Power of the P, I thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate it. But overall, it feels like they need to keep you at the same salary, in my opinion. Just my opinion with that. High Priestess, the 2 of Wands, right? The Dominion, keep the mastery of the Dominion, keep everything settled the way it needs to be. The World, we're still involved with the company. We're still there. But we're just in a different spot. So I'm going to say a thumbs up on that. Keeping the same salary, right? Keeping the opportunity there. All right, now let's see what else is going on. We got a Stacy has a donor question. Stacy says shame, like a general. She's an adult and a singleness. Okay, all right, let's go with all of that. Power of the P. Thank you for your other donation. By the way, we're ending soon. Mango Polo and Power of the P's last donation. Let's do that tomorrow. I do have to go take care of some drama and see what kind of things with that. Okay. Let's see. Stacy. Stacy wants to know. General, right? General for Shane. Here we go. A general for Shane. Good general deck. I'm gonna stick with the little Buddha. Little Buddha is a good general thing. Power of the P. Thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me know. All right. Kitchen above the dishwasher. Okay. Above the dishwasher. Okay, I guess it's sitting on the dishwasher. Hopefully it's not wet. Anyway, let's see what's going on with all of that. They got to go deal with some drama after this. Let's see. Let's get a general for Shane. Let's see what Shane's doing. See all of that other good stuff. Lonnie, hope you have a fantastic night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. Let's see what's happening. A little bit of a general. Oh, man, new opportunities with money. We have a little bit, right? We have a little bit of a new opportunity with money, and that's going to be a good thing. It involves either travel or it involves moving or getting somewhere else or merging into something that's going to be a little bit different. A Wheel of Fortune said things basically are about to change. What comes around goes around. Things are about to, things will be a little bit changing with this. Ace of Pentacles points to a money opportunity. It could be sort of, maybe some cash waiting, maybe some winnings waiting, some good stuff sort of in the sidelines. The Fool says in order to get this done, in order to chase this, we may have to move. We may have to be mobile and, sort of get somewhere else. But yeah. You got to kind of maybe be mobile with this in order to get the free money. Not really free money, but more of a Ace of Pentacles could be a new job, could be a new opportunity. It could be some free money coming in or something like that. But there's definitely a money involved kind of thing happening with that. A Queen of Swords is a good kind of card here. Queen of Swords does say that the mastery of some of the stuff that you've been struggling with basically resolves itself, or you get an open door opportunity, or you get some stuff that's going to be okay. And that's sort of a level of mastery over some parts of our lives that may have been random or may have not been under our control kind of thing with that. The Queen of Swords is always an interesting kind of thing. It's almost like somebody has some authority over us and they want something, or somebody has some authority over us and they want they change us a little bit. But in this case, the Fool with the Queen of Swords is it gives me the ability to have more of a power structure or have control over things that I did not have control over before, which is good because you don't want a lot of things in your life where you have no control and you're guessing, you're hoping for the best. So authority is coming for some of the stuff you can't control. You do have an opportunity. It could involve some movement, relocation, or something like that. The Wheel of Fortune really feels like money is going to be good. Money is coming in. It's going to be good. It feels like a good money opportunities are coming around the corner. And man, it just feels like finances are just going to be a little bit improved, a little bit nice. And that's kind of what you want at the end of the day. Anne is next. Anne is like, look, B's coming back. Kind of relationship would they want? Do they want something, do they want something permanent? Do they want something super serious? Or are we going to reconcile, see where it goes, get a little bit of dynamicism about that? Let's sort of see what's going on with all of that. All right, what's going on here? Strength card is interesting. 7 of Swords, Strength, and the, I guess the 2. What kind of relationship do they want? They're definitely starting out slow. It's definitely something where they don't want to just dive back in. Definitely starting off slow. And that's going to be kind of a good thing because you definitely, if you're coming back into a recovery, into relationships, you definitely want to start off slow. Going to be big time. Seven of Swords says they want to come back, but they're kind of feeling out the water. So they're not sure if they want to dive all the way in head first or they want to dip a toe into the pool. Definitely a confusion with that. Strength says you are going to have a level of patience with them because they are going to be a little bit confusing when they come back, not really going to be a clear-cut pathway from A to B to C. So you need a little bit of that strength, need a little bit of that patience coming back. Basically, they're kind of feeling it out. They want to see what's going on. They want something, but they don't want to dive full in. And they're definitely, and I mean definitely, looking kind of for your reaction or, kind of what your temperature is as they go. Cherokee donated, and they want to know, why does my partner seem to be okay with leaving me alone every day? Pretty much throwing it in my face continually, picking his friends. Oh, my. Why do they want to leave me alone? A little bit of a hermit feel on this, right? A little bit of a hermit feel here. Why are they leaving me alone? Why are they abandoning me? What's going to happen with all of that stuff? Let's see what's going on with all of that. Tower, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Man, they really don't just, they're mad. They're upset at you. They're mad. They don't like what's happening. They don't like what's going on. Six of Swords says they want to kind of throw it in your face, right? Kind of throw it in your face with that. Madhuda, thank you for your donation over PayPal. Appreciate that. Madhuda, let me know what your question is. Four of Cups says they prefer their friends over you at this point. I mean, maybe they're angry at you, they're upset, they're kind of worked up. They just prefer their friends above you at this point, the way it is. The Tower says that comes to bite them in the butt, right? Comes to bite them in the butt. Madhuda, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. It comes to bite them in the butt. Basically, they're playing with fire. They're playing with fire. The Tower, basically, you get tired of it, right? You get tired of it. You're like, this is not something I want to deal with. I don't want this drama. You just get tired of this crap, basically throughout, and just in my opinion. Power of the P, how will it go once I show up this evening? Well, I'm glad I got your donation tonight. All right, glad I got your donation tonight. Let's see. They thought astrology was a hoax. Astrology is pretty good. I mean, back in the day, kings and queens had astrologers on staff. So, I mean, they took it pretty seriously. How will it go once I show up this evening? Temperance says you bring balance to the force. All right, maybe there's some extreme things going on, but you bring a level of calm, a level of, level of good stuff, a level of just niceness. You bring it, and that is sort of appreciated. Overall, Death says you're the instrument of change tonight. So when you show up, you're going to make the changes. You're going to change things a little bit, and that's a very welcome thing, right? That's a very welcome thing indeed. High Priestess says that they have a lot of things going on over there. You have a heads up. It's almost like you know before things are happening, right? You know before things are happening. Be random with me. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, it's going to go okay. You know what's happening before it happens because it's pretty predictable how things work out. And you're the instrument of change. That's what you need to be. You're the instrument of change. Gemini's feelings versus the Libra feelings. Oh my. Let's see. That is a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
All right. Let's see if the Gemini or the Libra is going to win. I'm thinking Libra. I'm really thinking, I hate to take sides. I hate to be that guy that takes the sides. I think things are going to be better with I don't know. Gemini is up here. Libra is over here. Gemini's feelings versus the Libra's feelings. The Libra feels like there's a lot of stability here, and they are the reason. It's almost like the Libra has this chip on the shoulder, but like things are going nice, things are well, I like it, I appreciate it, and they have a little bit of a chip on the shoulder. They're like, it's because of me. They feel like they are the instigator of the success. They're the level of the success, the reason with that, right? Gemini, though, is the legit successful one, is the one that's bringing this. The Gemini brings about just feelings, good stuff, overall just feelings and emotions that you need in your life. I mean, the Libra is nice, but the Gemini brings in more consistent stuff that you need. You got the Six of Wands over here, the Lord of Victory. You got like rolling in with a little bit of the Taurus feel and bringing the stability of the wheel. It feels like things are stable, things are nice, things are rolling the way they need to be. If I had to choose, I would choose the Gemini. I think the Gemini has feelings that are going to be more consistent, more real, more based upon reality rather than, you know, kind of randomness. But the Libra has a chip on their shoulder. And if the Libra doesn't get the opportunity that they think they should, the Libra is going to be like, what is going on? They're going to be extremely confused because they really think they are the instigator of the success. Last reading of the night is Madhuda. Madhuda wants to know something. They want to know, how does Ashish feel for me? He's acting a little bit distant. Do you see him chasing somebody else? We're long distance for a long time. That is a problem. That's always a problem. If you're long distance for a long period of time, you don't get to look them in the face. You don't get to see them. It's like kind of confused, right? We're kind of confused with that. Anyway, all right. Well, that's a legit. All right, we're long distance for a while. Are they good with me? Are they bad with me? Like, what's going on with that? Three of Water, Strength card, Three of Air, and the Eight of Earth. They're acting distant. I do think that they're looking around. I think they're shopping around a little bit. Entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody's cheating based upon a random dude on YouTube reading tarot cards. The Three of Water with Strength. I do think that they're looking around. They're looking for something that's going to be maybe a little bit better or a better opportunity with that. The Three of Swords sort of puts to a heartbreak. Normally, I wouldn't say a Three of Cups is a cheating card or looking around card, but when it's next to a heartbreak card, when it's next to sort of that Three of Swords, I say that they are shopping around a little bit, looking around a little bit indeed. So yeah, they're looking around a little bit. You've been distanced for a while. They're thinking maybe there's a better opportunity. Maybe there's something good with that. I think that this is not permanent, though. It's not like they've committed to somebody or they're cheating or anything like that. I think they're just sort of scanning around and looking, right? Sort of fondness in the eyes, looking around, seeing what is out there. Eight of Earth said that it's going to be some work to make sure, right? It's going to be some work to make sure that this relationship succeeds, because being distant is hard. It's difficult, right? That is it. But you're good communication. Again, I don't think they're cheating. I think they're just sort of looking around, right? But yeah, they are having difficulty communicating. They are having difficulty getting serious with it. And it's going to take some work, but it's recoverable, right? It's recoverable. It's going to take a little bit of work, some patience, work and patience. Eight of Earth with Strength card. Work and patience. We'll be able to overcome obstacles. We'll be able to get these obstacles and make them not a problem, right? That's the big thing here. Can we fix it? Absolutely. But yeah, being distant, it hurts. Being out of communication, it hurts. So, you do have to do some extra work to make that not be a problem. So I think it's absolutely sort of recoverable, but yeah, a little bit of a difficulty there. And that is it from me. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you again for being here, and we'll see you then. Mango Polo and the last Power of the P reading, we will get you tomorrow.